Good morning, happy Wednesday everybody. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a Make It Mini holiday capsule today. Again, I know it's not Christmas, but I've got one of these and I thought I would like to make that in readiness. It's only 2 months away. So let me start off with my zip. Now this is not the mini brands, this is Miniverse. So it may not be Lego Pro. Let's pop that over there. And you can see the capsule inside is very pretty. Now with these holiday ones, you can tell from the inner wrapper what we're going to be getting. Obviously the exception to the rule being that if it is the rare one, which in this series is Grinch cups, the bottom will be a different colour. I'm not sure what it is in this one because in the previous ones the bottom has been gold for the Christmas ones and it's been red if it's the rare one. So I don't know. So let me go ahead with the second zip. There we go. Okay, so in here we have each of the tables in these special edition ones are usually different, which is why when I get them I like to have the tables as well, because some of them, all of the tables in the series are the same, but some of them, depending on which one you get, depends on which table you get. So we've got a lovely little gold base, and then we pop our little tabletop on the base. The base clips into the capsule, which is really handy. So once you've finished the make, you can pop it on there, pop that on top, and it's a nice little display box. So that's good. Right, which box should we start with? I'm going to put those over there. Obviously, as per usual, we've got all of the things, and then we've got Read Me First. This is the only one I retain, as I've said before. So in this series, we have got the roast beef, we've got the snowman cake, we've got the extra rare Grinch cups, as I mentioned, and we've got the log reindeers. So this one is definitely the log reindeers. It said it on the outer capsule. The inner capsule is blue bottomed, and as you can see from the little boxes, it's definitely the reindeer. So pop that over there. Now this is what I meant yesterday when I was saying about the difference between mini brands and Miniverse when it comes to these bags. Look how pretty this bag is. I can't just throw them away. I just can't. Whereas with the mini brands ones, as I say, it's just got the logo on it, so it doesn't really matter. So in this one we get the same tongs we normally do, but these ones are gold. We get a cute little paintbrush, which is very sweet. We get a little bow. And these have, they're very, very pretty, I have to say. They're even better than the normal ones. So this is to go into the top of your capsule, which I'll show you in a minute. And these ones even have a little ring on the top. So technically you could take this ball, you could fill it with Christmas chocolates, or anything you want really, and you could hang that on the Christmas tree if you so wished, you know. But there we are. Right, so that's one bag done. So I'll retain that bag. And then the next one is Let It Snow. Very cute. Now I have only got the reindeers from this series at the moment. So as and when I get the others, I will obviously show you them. If I get the others, I don't know if I'm going to. I would like to, but there we are. So we've got liquid adhesive in here, which I'm guessing is just a clear resin, but I don't know. I've not actually watched anybody make this. I tried to the other day, but the video I tried to watch was not clear. Now this one says Happy Holidays. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And in this one we have pretty ribbon. Very pretty ribbon there. We have, some flocking powder. So that would be what the adhesive is for then. And then the last thing we have in here is, sorry about that, is some cranberries, some fir cones and some little bits of fir tree, which I'm guessing is going to be the noses, antlers and tails. So let's open this little boxy and take a look at what we got. Oop. Oh, that's adorable. So I'm guessing that these are the pieces for the smaller of the two reindeers. So let's just pop that out. Like this. There's some fluffy in there. Okay, so it's all tied together. That's cute. So this will be the main body of the reindeer. Yeah, looks really cool actually, I have to say. I will open that one fully in a moment. I'm just going to get this one out as well, and then we'll find out what we're doing. Pop that over there a little touch. There we go. And you can see the size difference. These ones are a lot bigger pieces for our bigger reindeer. Pop them over there, so we've still got them in the frame for you. There we go. Lovely. So yeah, you can see the difference between the small reindeer, the small reindeer and the larger one. Quite a sizable difference there. Ooh. Okay. So let me just do the readme first, just make sure there's nothing new in here that I need to know. The rest of that, that's all ready to go in the recycling. So this is the only bit I retain. It's just this little English bit. Okay, so that's fine. It tells you to wear gloves. You should wear gloves. Wear gloves, people. I don't wear gloves, but you should wear gloves. Again, don't be like me. So that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so it is basically the same as every other set we've done. Okay, so the instructions. So first of all, it shows you everything that we've just unboxed, which is great. And then this first one shows you to just put it all together and stick a little nose on the end. So let's do that, shall we? Let's start with the big one because I feel that's going to be easier than the small fiddly one. So just undo this little string from around that. Actually, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to pull them out. That makes more sense. Okie dokie then. So we've got all of those ready. Okay. So it looks as though, I mean, the legs, obviously they are slightly different because they're supposed to look like natural logs. But I don't think it matters which slots you put them into on the reindeer. You can see there's slots and then there's the little posts pop in. Eek. They are quite snug, which I like actually. I'm going to give them a bit of a twist just to make sure they stay in there, but they are quite snug, and I do like that because it gives me confidence that they're not going to pop out. And yeah, you can see. Isn't he cute? Isn't he just cute? Right, I'm I'm just adjusting one of the legs because it didn't feel like it was standing properly. There we go, standing on all 4 legs now. Okay, so how do we do the next bit? So we use this teeny one. I'm going to hold it here so I'm not putting pressure on the legs while I do this. Pop that down. Again, give it a twist just to make sure it's really firmly in there. And then it needs to go this way around. Okay. Like this. Ta-da. How very lovely. Little reindeer. Okay, so that's that bit done. Okay, so these are the ears. Very strange little, oh no, see, this is what I meant. I'm going to put the ears and the antlers on first, and then I'm going to pop it back in. I think that's probably for the best. Just to be on the safe side. Why are you not there? My fault. I was putting it in the wrong place. It's clever, isn't it, Shelley? Okay, so pop that there like so. And then we'll pop the... Interesting. Oh, okay, now I get it. Okay, I thought these were the antlers, but these bits glue onto the antlers to make them a bit more festive if we want. I'll see how it looks at the end, see if I want to do that, or if I'm happy with it as it is, because at the moment, I think it looks really cute. And I don't even know if I'm going to do the flocking, to be honest with you. I don't know, I think it looks really sweet as it is. But let me just pop that onto there. Like this. A little reindeer. He's very cute. Right, so one thing I do definitely need to do is to glue his tail and his nose on. Those things I'm definitely going to do. Just getting the little tiny sticky tape off of this pot of resin. Okay. Right, now we open this. We've got a seal cap on them, so we'll just pop that off. There we go. See, it is clear resin, but it's also really thick. Interesting. Okay. So we use our little painty brushy or a toothpick. I'm going to use a toothpick because I like those little paint brushes and I don't want to waste it. Okay, so actually I probably better get the pieces I need out first. Hello, I'm so sorry. My camera decided to turn itself off while I was putting the finishing touches onto the big reindeer, and I didn't know. So this is the reindeer. All I did was got some of this adhesive, which is really thick resin, as I said, and it's clear. I popped a little drop on his face and added one of the cranberries. I popped a little drop on his back end and put a little fur cone on for his bottom, for his tail. And I'm not sure if it said anything on the previous video, but I've decided I'm not going to flock them. I'm not going to add the greenery because I think it looks really nice as it is. I might add the ribbon later, but at the moment I really like it as it is. I don't want to do anything else to it at the moment. So I'm just going to make the second one up for you. On the bottom we have the 3 dots. So you want to pop the neck piece into the middle of the 3. Give it a little twist just to make sure it's in there nice and tight. This one obviously has 4 holes on the bottom, which are for the legs, and 1 on the top, which is for the head. So you want to just pop that in and give that a twist just to make sure, again, that's in there nicely. Okay, these little holes at the side are for the ears. So these little slopey, tiny little pieces with the slope are the ears. So you just want to pop them into the sides. Let me just take his head off a second. Pop them into the side pieces and have them facing up like that, so that from the front it's a nice little ear shape. And then the same with the other side. Go. Huh. What a jip. So you can see here on this ear there's like a tree ring pattern, but on this one it's just plain plastic. They have forgotten to put any decoration on that, and there's no extra pieces. So that is genuinely just an oversight. Okay, so we'll put one antler in this side, 2 tiny little holes on top, which is where the antlers go, and then the same on this side for the other antler. Oh, crikey, sorry about that. It's all going horribly wrong again. It's not even a Tuesday. It's a Wednesday today. Okay. His little ears just fell out, so I don't know what I've done wrong there. Let me just jam those in. There. I mean, obviously, if you wanted to, you could always get a little bit of the thick resin and just pop a little bit in here just to make sure it's all secure. It doesn't show that on the instructions. I don't think it really needs it, and I'm a bit concerned it might not cure if you try and do that, because obviously it needs a clear line of sight from the lamp to the compound. Oh no, I just dropped an ear over here. Oh, thank goodness it didn't go under the PC. Yeah, it needs a clear line of sight from the lamp to the compound, because otherwise it won't cure. And obviously inside these little ear holes, there's not going to be a clear line. So as long as you get it in there nice and tight, it won't be a problem whatsoever. They are giving me a little bit of jip, and I don't want to sit here all day fiddling with ears, so I might pop a little bit of super glue in there later, just to get those ears fully in. Okay, so this is our little tiny reindeer so far. Pop the leggies in. Like this. Okay, make sure they're nicely in there. His head will then fall off promptly. The little one is a lot more difficult to put together, I feel, than the bigger one. And I don't think it's about the size. I think it's the size of the pieces and the holes. It felt very solid when I was putting those pieces in, but then on this one it's not been so solid. So I think maybe the gaps are a little bit too big. I'm not sure. It's a learning curve for us all, but there we are. Right. So this bit that it missed off of the previous one because my camera decided to just randomly stop working, I just put a little blob of the gluey stuff there and popped a fir cone on as a tail, and then I did the same on the face with a little blobby there, and then choose which way around I want the cranberry to go, that way. And then just make sure that that makes contact with the adhesive on the face. Apply a little bit of pressure just to make sure it's going to go on properly, and then into my UV lamp. Press the button. So you can see, as I say, the finished one here. He looks very cute from the front, he looks very cute from the side, and he looks very cute from the back. Again, I probably will go back and just pop a little bit of super glue into all of these channels just to make sure that he stays as sturdy as he is. But this one is very good. The small one seems to not want to work. I mean, his little ears are here, for example. So there's that. But the instructions then show, once you've done all of that, to snip these pieces and glue them onto the antlers. Pop the little, cut the little ribbon and make that into little scarves for them both. And then to use the adhesive where you want snow, and then use the flocking powder to dust. I don't like that idea, or any of it really. I mean, you tell me. It looks like they've got trees growing out of their head, and I appreciate that they are intended to look like little sculptures and not real reindeer, but I think it looks really nice and rustic like that. I like him like this. I don't want to mess around with him and put fake snow on him and stuff like that. I just like him the way he is. So I'm going to keep him like that. As I say, I might cut the ribbon and add a little scarf to each of them at a later date. I don't know. I will have to ask my son and my husband what they think and go from there. But I think they're good as they are, to be honest with you. So just tidying all that up, and now my tiny reindeer is done. So there he is with his little tail attached and his little nose attached. As I say, I will sort the ears out and this back leg. Maybe these legs are slightly different sizes. Who can say? Let's find out. Oh no. No, that glue wasn't actually... I didn't put enough on there, I don't think. Oh no. I'll pop that on there and then I will cure that again once this video is over. But I'll put just enough on there so that I can show you how it's going to look anyway. Okay. So yeah, there are my finished reindeer. Obviously his little ears need to go in him. But yeah, I quite like them. That's what they wanted us to do. That's what I've done. I enjoy them. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Happy Wednesday. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed another video. Apologies for the technical difficulties. This is still in its early stages. Obviously I haven't done a huge amount of these videos, but as it progresses, things will good. I cancelled the order for the phone holder I had. This one that I've been using for the last 2 videos, I borrowed from my best friend, and I ordered today a new one from Amazon, which will be here it'll be here by the weekend for sure. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.